Hey DC Collectors, welcome back to a brand new episode of the show. Today we are taking a look at the brand new Platinum Edition Mr. Freeze from McFarlane Toys. Now this is a super special version of Mr. Freeze. Not only is it based on the Kenner Superpowers colors from 1986, but this figure sort of went up unannounced by McFarlane Toys. It went up on the McFarlane Toys Shop just out of the blue last week, and it sold out within minutes. Being a Platinum Edition figure, I'm sure it's pretty limited, so people were kind of mad that this one went up without any announcement from McFarlane Toys, so they lost out on their shot to grab this pretty exclusive item. Now, will this one come back out eventually? I don't know. That's up to Todd. But at least I got my hands on this so I can review this figure for you guys. Taking a look at the packaging, of course, you get the nice window box like you always do with these figures, and you get the Platinum Edition sticker. Back of the box is just like the Mr. Freeze figure that technically hasn't been released yet, but it's coming next month from McFarlane Toys. It just doesn't feature the color scheme that this actual figure is based on. Right side, left side, top, bottom. With a look at the packaging out of the way, let's break this guy open and let's play. Here's Mr. Freeze out of the package, and let's start by taking a look at the accessories. Like with all of McFarlane's DC Multiverse figures, he comes with this black disc base with the 1 foot peg. He also comes with this nice trading card about Mr. Freeze. Here's the front. It's basically the same art that was on the back of the package. Back of the card just features a little bio about Mr. Freeze. I'm thinking this is probably the exact same card that comes with the regular version of Mr. Freeze, and I wish maybe this was like a holographic variant or something, just something to make this different from the regular release, to know that this is like a Platinum Edition. Maybe even just color it a little different or something. I don't know. Here is Mr. Freeze weapon. Now, you can see the freeze blast effect coming out of here. I have tried to pull this thing out. It's stuck. I don't know if they've glued it in or what. It's stuck pretty good. I'm not going to force it anymore. I wish it would come out so I could just display him without this freeze effect coming out of the gun. It's kind of cruddy. What I've tried to twist and pull, but this piece, that's a little bitty tiny piece of plastic right there, and when you start turning it, it just feels like that whole piece is just going to twist and just break off. So I don't want to do that. I mean, I can kind of bend this back and see that maybe yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna break it, because I do want this on my shelf, so I will just leave it like that. The gun looks pretty cool, but I don't like the fact that this is just hanging there. Taking a look at Mr. Freeze himself, this figure is obviously an homage to the 1986 Superpowers figure from Kenner that featured this same color scheme, this blue, red, white color scheme. This is like a nice variant that I'm happy to own, not because it's like super limited, but just because it looks nice. I love the Superpowers line from '86, so I like to have little homages to that every now and then, sprinkled in through the DC Multiverse line. And this might be the first, so congrats McFarlane for doing this for the fans. I'm actually loving this. I don't have the regular version that this figure is based on because, I ordered it from Amazon, hadn't shipped yet. It's not really supposed to ship until March or April. First impressions of Mr. Freeze, I like him. I like him a lot. I know his little helmet thing does come off. You can see it just attaches to the inside. You can see there's this little gap that goes all the way around, so you can make sure that it goes down, and there's the little piece right there that kind of sticks up, and you know that it goes over that little notch. Either off or on, I think the helmet looks pretty nice. I like the fact that he has, regular skin tone here, because he did have regular skin tone in the '86 figure from the Superpowers line. Check it out. There's lots of cool detail in the suit itself. Now, obviously, a custom paint job on this would go a long way to kind of differentiate some of the cool sculpting going on here, as opposed to just having a straight up white leg, because there's lots of little hoses and knickknacks and gribblies and stuff on his pants, on his chest, on his arms, that a nice wash would probably help bring out a little bit more. But you can see just a fantastic fantastic action figure. Loving this thing. Even the little, the tanks on the back. It's got a little dent right there in it. You know, hopefully that's not, hopefully it didn't, you know, it's not damaged, but I think that's just, it's supposed to look like it's been dented. Maybe by Batman putting a fist in it. As far as articulation goes, let's take this off so we can get a good look at his head. He can look up about that far, and he can look down about that far, which is pretty nice head movement. Turns all the way around, and he can do, you know, wow, he can tilt his head pretty good, like most any dog when you whistle and they turn their head. So just take his helmet off, and then he can get some pretty nice movement there. As far as arms go, he can rotate all the way around. He's got these shoulder pads here that lots of McFarlane figures have. The way they attach, they just attach, like clip in right here, and it's that really soft plastic. Don't really want to damage that, so I'm not going to keep playing with it too much. He does have bicep swivel. Really tight bicep swivel as well. He's just really tight out of the box, but it does rotate. As you can see, I'm not going to try to break this thing. He does have double jointed elbows, so he's got a really nice bend to his elbow there. Of course, he does have the ugly ball joint for the wrist. I wish, you know, that was part of the more sculpted look to it, because it does look kind of wonky with the wrist joint like that. Okay, he has great range of motion here, so he can turn quite well right in there. Now, I've tried to twist this to sort of line it up a little better. I cannot for the life of me. I can't get enough grip on this. There we go. Finally, he turns all the way around. For the longest time, he would not turn when I pulled him out of the box, so I'm glad that he turns there, so you can get a good look at that. Splitsies, you can see he's got pretty good split motion there. Ugh, look at that. I got some paint issue there. I guess where it's rubbing up against the crotch. Yep, because you can see right there some issues, like some paint wear right there on the crotch. So just be careful of that. They probably put him in the package right after painting, and it's kind of screwed it up a little bit. He doesn't have much mobility as far as turning in and out like some of the figures do, so be mindful of that. He does have double jointed knees, and he has the regular ball joint ankle, which turns and tilts and all that kind of good stuff. And of course, he has toe bends, which neither here nor there for me. All in all, a fantastic Mr. Freeze action figure. Every time I get one of these figures, I always say, oh, this is definitely going in the top 10 for 2023. We're only in February, and the figures that I've reviewed so far from 2023 are all in my top 10 because they're all so fantastic. This is another one, probably just for strictly nostalgia reasons, because he's from the Superpowers line, that he will end up in the top 10. I'm saying that, but by December, he may not, because I'm sure there's some other fantastic figures coming out. There you have it, folks. Mr. Freeze, the Superpowers homage variant, Platinum Edition from McFarlane Toys. If you like what I'm doing, please hit that subscribe button, that like button. I sure would appreciate it. Check out DCCollectors.com each and every day for the latest DC Comics toy news. You can find me on Instagram at DC_collector, Facebook and Twitter at DC Collectors. All right, folks, did you get a chance to order this guy? If you did, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Is yours come in? I think they're all starting to ship, and they all should be arriving today. So leave a comment below if you got yours in. If you didn't and you wanted this guy, leave a comment. Let me know about that. All right, folks, that's it for this video. God bless.